Hi, I'm Luke Tanaka, and I'm here with Elmhurst head football coach Ron Planz. And coach, it was a really great non-conference schedule this year. You started out 1-2 last year, 3-0 this season. Talk about what was the key to that improvement for this season.
I think for us, as just as a program standpoint, there wasn't a whole lot new for those guys. I think they knew what to expect. I think they knew how we were going about things, so it allowed us to kind of transition well and to go 3-0 against that schedule was we were pretty happy with that. There was some really good quality teams on that schedule, and we were fortunate enough that we were able to kind of come away with some victories there.
Let's get to the Augie game right away. There's a defensive struggle. Talk about the defense. You're able to limit a top 10 team in the nation offensively to just 7 points and about half of their regular yardage.
Well, football is all about matchups, so a lot of people do the comparisons. Well, this team did this against this team and that, but a lot of times it comes down to individual matchups, and we felt pretty good about our team speed on the defensive side of the ball, being able to control, not eliminate because they are a high-powered offense, but control some of the damage they've been able to do into that game, and Coach Burdick and Coach Gray and the staff put together a phenomenal game plan. Kids executed it well. They played with a lot of intensity, and it was fun to watch.
On the offensive side of the ball, it was a little bit of a struggle. 1 of 15 on third down, including a couple of turnovers as well. In the first couple of games, it seemed like you were able to rack up the time of possession, and that was really key into wearing down the opposing defense. What was different this time around against Augustana?
Well, for us, if we had trouble moving the ball inside with the run game to start, which we always have a backup plan for. And as we started to implement that plan, we just mistakes upon mistakes started to pile up on us. Now I think we had 3 drop balls that resulted in interceptions. I know you mentioned turnovers. I mean, you have to be able to loosen them up somehow, whether it's running outside, throwing the ball, doing different things. And as we did that, we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot, and the turnovers really led to the lack of time of possession. As you said, if you're giving the ball away, you're losing an opportunity to run another play. So I think the turnovers were really the key to the time of possession thing, and also prevented the offense from kind of getting on a roll.
How does the offense get back on track now moving forward?
I think they went through the film. Coach Heffernan, Coach Norton went through all that stuff with those guys, and they know what they did well, because they did do a lot of stuff great. They know what they can do better. They know where we kind of shot ourselves in the foot on some things, and for our guys, they're just going to kind of grind it out and keep working to get better. It's nothing that we looked at the film and said, boy, we got to change everything we do, because that's not the case. It's just one of those things we got to do what we do a little bit better, a little more crisp.
And how did they take the loss? You're right in the game despite the offensive struggles at the end of the game. So how did the guys take the loss?
Well, nobody likes to lose, so they were disappointed. We all were disappointed. We felt like you said, we had a chance twice in the fourth quarter to go ahead and get a go-ahead score. Got down in their territory twice, but our guys approach each week as its own individual season, and we've talked about that from the beginning. So whether we're playing the first game of the year or the last game of the year, that's the game that's important, and what you've done before can't help you win the next game, and just like anything that bad happened to you is not going to cost you to lose the next game either. So we kind of get into one-game seasons, and that's CCIW conference too. You can't worry about the past or look too far ahead in the future. You got to take care of what's right in front of you.
You've had 3 different signal callers this year on offense. How has the offense adjusted to each different quarterback?
Well, they've done really well, I think, adjusting. Each player has their own strengths and do certain things well, better. Some throw it better, some run it better, some kind of fit in the mold of that. And for our guys to adjust, weekly on the kind of guy that the huddle presence, the way they go through the cadence, all those things, I thought our guys have done a really, really good job of kind of just doing their own job, and that's really what we got to get back to doing this week. We a couple guys pressed a little bit last week. I thought offensively we need to get back to just doing their responsibilities, their 1/11th, if you will, and moving forward from there.
Well, now moving forward, looking ahead to Carthage, who really played a really good game against Illinois Wesleyan, one of the better teams in the conference. Almost beat him. Wesleyan needed a late touchdown in order to defeat Carthage. So what have you seen so far from Carthage?
Well, I mean, this is the CCIW, so you call Wesleyan one of the better teams. You call Elmhurst or North Central or Wheaton or Carthage. I mean, we're all good teams. This is CCIW. I think that's one of the things people use the non-conference and say, well, this team must be pretty good because they did well in non-conference. But when you know programs and the players in and out in the league, it makes for pretty competitive games. And so it wasn't a surprise to me at all that Carthage played Illinois Wesleyan tough. I think just about every game in the CCIW this week was a pretty tough game for just about all of them, and I expect that to be that way the whole year. And Carthage is gonna. They've got great athletes on both sides of the ball. They're physical. They're big. They run the ball pretty well on offense. They do a nice job of bringing different kinds of blitzes and pressures on defense. They can man you up. They got some receivers on the edge they can throw to. So they're a good football team, just like just about any team will play in the CCIW.
You're welcoming your alma mater, Carthage, back here. Does this game have a little added meaning to you because you did graduate from Carthage?
Not because of that. The added meaning is we need to get a conference win. We're down at the bottom of the chart now at 0-1, so we need to get back to 1-0 here for this week, and if we can do that, we can create some nice momentum heading forward.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Good luck against Carthage, Coach. Thanks for joining me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.